You've watched 2 to 3 motivational videos, you're really pumped, you stop scrolling TikTok, stop scrolling Instagram, you turn off your phone and then you work for about 20 minutes. Before you know it, you give yourself a break and then you're on the couch again scrolling TikTok and you go through this toxic cycle again and again and again. That's the problem with motivation. It never really lasts long. The reason why this is because there are 2 different types of motivation. Extrinsic motivation, which normally comes from external factors. So for example, motivational videos, monetary incentives, and being rich and famous. These are normally things that people use in order to motivate themselves in order to do something. The second form of motivation is intrinsic motivation, which is essentially coming from within. Now, examples of intrinsic motivators is, for example, passion, value, and purpose. These are things that will fuel you and push you forward to actually complete things on a more regular basis. The problem with motivation is that the majority of it comes extrinsically rather than intrinsically. So we normally rely on like motivational videos and money in order for us to actually do something. We wait for deadlines, we wait for things to push us rather than having that internal drive in order to actually do things and complete things for us. In fact, right now, I have extrinsic motivators in order to push this video out. I'm trying to push out a video every single Friday, so I'm trying my best not to be a couch potato and to actually do things. But if that was the only thing that I relied on day in and day out, I probably won't do it because I'll just say to myself, I don't have to push out these videos. In order to stay motivated day in and day out, you need a healthy balance between extrinsic and intrinsic motivators. You can't just have everything be extrinsic or everything being intrinsic. And the problem is that the majority of people only use extrinsic motivators in order to push themselves. However, I personally think that the majority of your motivation needs to come from intrinsic motivators. You need to figure out why. You need to figure out the passion and the reason why you're actually doing something in order for you to keep going and do something on a day-to-day basis. The best way to figure out what your intrinsic motivators is to ask yourself why. Why are you posting that YouTube video? Why are you staying up late and studying? Why are you going to the gym and working out? Is it because you want six-pack abs? If that's the reason, that's probably your extrinsic motivators. You need to go a little bit deeper. Why do you want those six-pack abs? Maybe it's because you want to be healthy. Maybe it's because you're self-conscious and you want to feel more confident. Maybe it's because you just want to look good when you take off your shirt. So for example, with YouTube right now, there are extrinsic motivators that I have keeping me going. I would really like to be seen, to have my voice out there. But if I relied on that only, I would have quit probably like 10 videos ago. Because at the beginning, when you're starting to do this thing, this whole YouTube thing, you're really getting no views, no subscribers, and it feels really demoralizing because you're spending so much time in order to do it, but you're not getting any of the rewards that you were expecting. And so as a result, if you only rely on your extrinsic motivators, you're going to quit and it's not going to push you. You're not going to want to continue doing it forever. Some of the intrinsic motivators that I have with this YouTube channel is that I would really like to provide value for people. I would really like for someone to come on this YouTube channel and this page and find immense value from it, almost like changing their lives in a way. I think that is what's keeping me going because I realize that I can have such a big impact doing this whole YouTube thing that it's continuously making me want to make videos for people who like might not know these things yet and might stumble upon these videos and figure it out. And so that's why it's really important that you dig deep and you figure out what is your why. What are your intrinsic motivators that are going to keep you going when things are really bad? Because they will come when you're doing these things, when you're working on different things. There are going to be days when you don't want to do it. So you have to really consider what are the intrinsic motivators that are going to keep me going when my extrinsic motivators aren't doing the job. Speaking of motivation, maybe you're really motivated right now to click that like button if you found value from it. If not, you can keep finding motivation through these videos right here or check out this playlist right here. I'll see you over there.